Balocongo Taino. We're here, we want to show you an update on how our gardens are growing here, 2019, to show you how they're developing over time. It's amazing the rate of growth when you put the attention into the soil to build the basic fertility and abundance in the soil. And once you have the basic abundance and fertility in the soil, you can have all the abundance above the soil. So this is our garden right in front of our house, and up here is a fruit forest. There's some sunflowers up there that our daughter planted. In the fruit forest, there's elderberry in there, peach, pear, there's some Asian pears that are ripe. There's also blueberries, currants. These here are some sunchokes, which grow like weeds around here. We got a lot of flowers in our garden, and trees that flower as well. That's a crepe myrtle. That's not native, but that's a good flowering tree.
This is our BOTANICA right here.
This is our BOTANICA, and we have a lot of native plants that attract a lot of pollinators like the bees and the butterflies especially. And we also plant specifically for the monarch butterflies and all butterflies, as the butterflies have a crisis going on. That's some rudbeckia. And then up here, this red flower, which also comes with white or pink, but this particular one is red. That's a hibiscus, and it makes a wonderful tea to drink. And when it goes in the water and you break it up, either by boiling or crushing it, it becomes extremely slimy. Much like the sassafras tree, which is a really interesting quality to work with spiritually from a spiritual perspective. There's our heron. And we have in here a lot of vegetables and all kinds of herbs as well. There's a lot of herbs, and a lot of the native plants are also herbal medicines. There's another hibiscus there. That one's a pink one. And these will come back every year. They get bigger every year. Come back more beautiful and big than ever. In here there's some sunflowers that grew from the bird seed, from the bird feeders, that we fill in the winter more than in the summer. In the summer the birds have enough food. Here we have some hot peppers that we'll probably use for some chamba later this year, and also to eat. And we have, actually in those pots are some ginger and turmeric growing, which of course won't survive the winter, so we'll bring them inside. We have a jujube fruit tree there that needs to go into the ground. We have lemon balm, we have mint, we have basil, we have also spilanthes. And that's another, this one here is spilanthes. That's another very interesting plant because when you chew on it, it numbs your mouth. It's called the toothache plant. So again, strong, powerful properties. We've got calendula here, a lot of which has gone to seed. You can see all the seeds forming, which we can collect and plant next year. And then over here, we got a lot of different things. Dogwood here. We got redbud tree there. We got a lot of them. Here, this is our rain garden, and it's developed a lot over the years. And it's almost totally native plants. And we also have that huge patch over here of stinging nettle, which is mostly going to seed right now. This huge center plant is Joe Pye weed, or Abre Camino, and it is loved by the butterflies, who are on it from dawn till dusk. We got echinacea there, another good plant medicine. We got Amsonia, we've got rudbeckia, we've got bee balm or monarda, that's that red one back here. Monarda. And many more. And over here we have altamisa right there, which we dry and burn as like a smudge. And we also put in baños. And it also happens to be the ingredient for moxa, for those of you who are aware of the Chinese medicine. This is a patch right next to our solar array over there. Provides our electricity. This patch here we made just this year. It has a trellises made out of locust, black locust wood. And in here we have tobacco. The little yellow flower is one of the tobaccos, and the bigger leaf is another kind of tobacco. We have sweet potato. And we have tons of tomatoes. They're kind of sprawling all over the place. In the back we have the tomatoes, but also bottle gourd, which is just starting to flower. And that'll go all over the place as well. Now we're going up through the forest, the Nfinda, and we're going up towards the Munanso. We walk up this hill. You can start to see the various houses up there. In here we've planted bamboo. It's hard to see, to give us a screen in the winter time. In the summertime we don't need a screen. Got plenty of green. So there's the Munanso. And we've got a ton of different plants planted in here, including some powerful native medicinals, such as golden seal, bloodroot, trillium, which is also called birthroot, black cohosh, as well as lots of flowers. Some of these plants are poisonous, such as the aconite and the hellebores. You can see the hellebores all through here. They flower in March, really in a different season, with these flowers that look pretty deadly. And they are pretty deadly. And that's the aconite. That'll flower really late in the year. And even this shrub right here flowers in December. So some interesting plants in here. You got a lot of medicinals. Beautiful shade garden, lots of ferns. So these are our Conucos, and these are some of the earliest ones we built. And that's a empress tree that has grown really big. And that tree has literally grown that big within, I would say, 7 or 8 years. And this Conuco down here, the Conuco above on the left has a lot of nursery trees in, a lot of young trees that we put in there and then we take out later and put where they need to go. On the right is all elderberry.
You may remember when we first started making this Conuco. There's nothing here.
And you can see the elderberries are starting to ripen. See that? Sambucus. It's all elderberry, all the way down, with a little bit of blackberry mixed in here and there. Here's more elderberry, and all these elderberry here came because we had some horses at one point, and the horses would eat everything in sight except this shrub. And it turned out this shrub the horses wouldn't eat was elderberry. And some bird had come and dropped a seed here, and from that one plant we have groves of elderberry. It's showing up everywhere. It's showing up in the forest in different places. It's showing up all over the field. So now we've got elderberry here to stay. And it's amazing when you're building a garden and life itself comes and brings you a plant that you hadn't thought about growing.